Kibundu of being responsible for the devastating and unforgettable event that occurred in Kentucky. His company, in the middle of this enterprise owned by Mrs. Whitney, Boys Incorporation, owned by Sir C.K. Middlesbrough, and they all blame Mr. Kibundu for the fire incident which raised down all three companies. Your Honor, the world is changing very fast. The resources are becoming even more limited than they are demanded. The black people and the black race simply have too much problems, ranging from the inability to conjugate logical and proper thoughts, ethnic strife, religious disagreements, and even charges of war. Heaven knows which of these numerous problems he was thinking of that made him so careless so as to start a devastating fire. Your Honor, the world cannot be simply held back by a race of people who choose not to help themselves. I mean, it is every man for himself. So I think for the good of this world, it is pertinent that we ignore the existence of this race.
I have listened to the arguments and allegations from the accuser. Is there any defense counsel for the accused?
Yes, Your Honor. The accused has hired the services of Team Red.
Again, Your Honor. The wise man once said, the fish only think the dog can swim, the dog will only think the dog can walk, and the birds will only think that the dog can fly.
But we humans, we know different. We know that the dog can fly, swim, and walk. But then, let's not be too quick to draw these creatures. After all, they, like humans, judge things from the angles from which they see. Therefore, to fully understand, we must view things from all angles.
The black race, one plagued with a lot of disruption from time to time, is here today on a mission to fight the final disruption, threatening to eliminate our race from history as though we never existed. My colleague here has brought charges of wars, ethnic strife, and religious disagreement to taint the image of the black man, and has deemed this race unworthy of any form of human dignity or human rights.
But we are humans, not just the type that you expect or accept. The black race has been fraught with issues, such as why do we not behave like other races do? And our answer is quite simple. We do not speak like you, talk like you, walk like you, or even act the way you do, simply because we are not you.
What then is the element of the black man's personality? Our minds is built on us as a people achieving great things, and our hands on the floor, doing the best for ourselves and not for the adulation of the rest of the world. Our communal bond does not break the sole achievement of men, but fosters unity that is not broken in time of trouble. One that ultimately yields results and is passionate about achieving said results. That's the dignity of the black man.
We strive to eliminate our race, but we strive for independence of the black man. The time has come for the black man to live and to live indeed, to experience a stability and a chance to build up a nation itself. However, this cannot happen when there is constant interference from the black man. Neither can it happen when there seems to be men always reporting to the black man. For this change to happen, it starts with the man in the Bible side, the man on the street, the girl playing in the corner. Change will be with me. Change will be with me.
Mine is more opposite. Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. But even though I this statement, yet definition is not known, purpose can never be found. Definitions are very relative. That's why in team work, we do not find the definition of words. We give what their definition is. So to us, being black doesn't mean to be of less value or be less significant or any of that sort. Being black to us is simply a perception of things and people. Our purpose here today is not simple. It is to change the perception you have of the black.
Now, there is no point in pretending that we do not recognize that this whole setup is to spite, demote, and devalue the black man. However, we refuse to get angry. We refuse to get angry at your negligence of facts, your wrong perception of things, your single story, and your unbelievably clouded sense of your judgment. On the contrary, we choose to rejoice. We rejoice this day because light has come to you. We rejoice this day because your thinking will be refined. We rejoice this day because we know that black is just a container, and what matters is the content. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he says, I have a dream that one day my 4 children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
physically strong and their ability to withstand great pressure from opposition. Ranging from the likes of Muhammad Ali to Ben Carson, Rosa Parks to Oprah Winfrey, Dara Koyebi to Okonjo Iweala. We all have proved to be both strong and be able to withstand great pressure from opposition.
The piano is made of black or white keys,
but they sound like a million colors to us. Therefore, for there to add beauty to anything, all parts must work together.
It doesn't take the misery of any race to purchase the happiness of another. You don't have to spite or look down on anyone just because you want your voice to be heard.
Black is bold. To be bold means to be gallant, confident, audacious, and most importantly, daring. No discrimination has ever been as pronounced as the discrimination the black man has had to endure. However, we chose to stand out. We have been looked down on, yet we still chose to lift our heads on high because we believed and still do believe that we are a significant people. This is the fact that you do not understand what venom is does not make you immune to a snake's bite. The black people have chosen to rise above all the seeming shortcomings and break through ranks and levels of greatness and achievement to stand up to them.
Moving on to the next point, I'd like to point out that this revolution of ours is not seeking for the superiority of the black man, but instead for the equality of all races.
It is no longer news that black is beautiful. From the texture of my skin to the color of my hair, to the length of my strands, to the breadth of my smile, my black is beautiful. It cannot be contained and only I will define it. My black is beautiful.
Yes, we are black, and we are proud of our black, and we are not giving our black back. Be it caramel, mocha, chocolate, or brown. I'm proud of my black. I'm not giving my black back. Not to the white man, but the pale man. Not to anyone in fact. I'm proud of my heritage. I will not let anyone put me down. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm not giving my black back. Not to the white man, but the pale man. Not to anyone in fact.
Thomas Sowell said, racism does not have a good track record. It's been tried out for a long time. You might think we want to put an end to it, but instead we put it under new management.
Slavery still exists, just under a new form of management. However, there have been some modifications and changes in appearances and operations, but it is the same old effect. Let me tell you the new mode of operation. We are bent, twisted, molded and spent to think the way they want us to be. That's just another form of slavery, but in a modern way. However, this will not affect us as long as we strongly hold our values.
We recognize that we have our own cases of war and poverty, which may seem rampant among the black nation. But then I stand here to say that we have risen from far worse things in the past, and therefore we believe in the power of our joint hands. We did not come to plead that you spare us, but we're here, standing boldly to say that you may kill the black man, but you cannot kill the black soul.
When I born, I black. When I grow up, I black. When I sick, I black. When I go in sun, I black. When I black, I black. But you white people, when you born, you pink. When you grow up, you white. When you go in sun, you red. When you cold, you blue. When you scared, you yellow. And when you sick, you green. And when you die, you green. And you dare say, I'm color.